Hello and welcome to RME TV, and as you can see right in front of you we have the HTC One X, and as you can probably tell by the title of this video, we're going to be looking at Android 4.2.2 and HTC Sence 5.0 recently released for unbranded, unlocked, SIM-free phones here in the UK. Of course, it may depend in what region you are as to when you would get it, but also if you've got a locked phone or you're in a contract with a particular network, you won't be getting this update anytime soon, but you may be getting it by the end of the year, possibly at the beginning of the next year. Again, depends on your networks. So this is only for the people that have unlocked phones, unbranded ones, network free phones. So Android 4.2.2 brings new features to the HTC One X, and Sence 5.0 also brings some new features. So let's take a look at them. Now, first thing you notice is the difference in the lock screen. So when you turn your phone on, as you can see, you have now the clock at the bottom there, weather data if it would be available if you're connected to any internet, your location, the date, and of course your quick settings. You've got this little padlock there that you can use to unlock, but you don't have to do that as well. You can just swipe up anywhere on the screen to unlock your phone. Now, something you'll notice here is the HTC weather and clock widget, a lot different from previous editions. You can see it's got no color to it as the other editions had before. You can still get that in the widgets section, but this is the one you will get once you update your phone. You'll also notice that the notifications panel has changed. As you can see at the top here, I have a battery indicator. Just bring that up close to you. You can see it now says 23%. Now, you won't have this available to you once you update your phone. So if you updated your phone and looking for that feature, or you're going to update your phone and you're like, hey, it doesn't tell me what percentage I've got on my battery, you have to manually select that in the settings. What you have to do is go to settings, power, and then it says display battery percentage. You tick that box and then you get that feature available new to Sence 5.0 there, which is really good. That means you don't have to use any third-party battery indicating widgets or applications to tell you how much battery percentage you have. Now it's built into HTC Sence 5.0, and you can free up a lot of space by getting rid of those apps. So that's a great little feature, but it doesn't come on the phone straight away. You have to enable it in the settings in the update. So that's a cool new feature in the notifications panel. That's not the only thing that's changed. A lot of people will tell you that the HTC phones don't have quick settings. You have to install these widgets, or the power widget bar, which you can select Wi-Fi, mobile data, airplane mode, profile, that kind of stuff, had to be accessed through widgets. Well, you don't actually really need those widgets anymore, because much like the Samsung Galaxy S4, the Google Nexus phones, they all have quick settings once you pull that in the notifications, and that's exactly what you get with the HTC One X now with the Android 4.2.2 update. Is you get quick settings. You can see gone is the power saver setting. I always used to take up screen notification screen area, which was kind of annoying. You now also get expanding notifications. So if you get an email or text message or something like that, a message on WhatsApp, Facebook, you can expand the message and actually read it in the notification without actually having to go to the app and open it up, which is pretty cool and self. In the corner here we have the quick settings tab, which is great. As I said before, you needed those widgets to access those quick settings, and now you just pull down the notifications panel, hit that quick settings button, and you get all these settings that are on your phone. So you get brightness, your main settings area, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, airplane mode, power saver, auto rotation, mobile data, sound profile, creating a Wi-Fi hotspot, and of course the screenshot button, which is cool as well. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can just hit that button instead of having to hold down the power and home key to get the notifications, the screenshots. So that's that. If you go into the main settings area of the phone, you can see the icons have changed with HTC's update. So you got a different style to the icons, they look different. That's again similar with their widgets and so on as well. You got all new wallpapers and personalization and lots of little tweaks here and then, just to show you that we are running the latest wrong one, sorry. That's if you want to check how to get the update. If you haven't got it so far, let's go to software updates, check now, and using data, and you should get the update, and then use the Wi-Fi to download it. Doesn't take that long, but we need to go into software information to check what version of Android we have, and I'll just zoom in there for you. You can see there Android 4.2.2 with Sence 5.0. So zoom out there, running the latest version of the official Android, and not quite the latest version, so I'm sure some of you would know. Android 4.3 available on the Nexus phones, the Google Nexus phone, the Samsung Nexus phone, and the HTC One Nexus phones that are running the pure vanilla Android, if you will. So not the latest greatest, but it is the latest closest version to Android that's been released for the HTC One X, which is good to see HTC support previous device. You know, they've got the new HTC One flagship device, and much like Samsung, who also update their older phones with the latest version of Android as quickly as possible, HTC have joined in as well, making sure the HTC One X gets that update as well. Now, along with this update is you don't get some of the features that the HTC One has. For instance, you don't get HTC Zoe, but you do get some of the features for it. I'll show you in a second in the gallery application what I mean by that. And you get HTC BlinkFeed. You do get BlinkFeed, but it's not enabled, so you have to go into settings and to enable that. If you want to know how to enable BlinkFeed and make that your home page, there's a link in the description below, and that'll be in a separate video how to get BlinkFeed activated. But you pretty much have your stock home screen panels there on your screen, and if you want to enable BlinkFeed, it's in the settings, and I'll show you how to get that. But going back to not having something like HTC Zoe, so what I mean by that is you can't actually edit the little videos that are created by Zoe, but you do get the feature. So it is in this update and it isn't at the same time. So if we go into the gallery application, and as you can see, I've taken a few pictures of a few things here, and at the top it's playing a little video, and it's added an effect to it. It's automatically added effect to it. It's automatically picked some music for it and it plays it, but you can't edit it like the HTC One, the latest phone from HTC. You can't edit it, you can't put your own skins on it, your own music, all that kind of stuff. What it does here is it takes all your pictures in an event or an album and places a video at the top. Just turn the volume up for you here, so not volume. So you can see it's put an effect on it, it's playing with music. Different albums, different events have different effects and sound to it, and it really looks good. You know, I've taken some pictures which shown with family and friends, and it really does come out good. You know, it really does pick the best pictures, the best moments, syncs it with the best music that's available quite well, and which is quite remarkable. As you can see there, it says filmed with HTC Zoe, the time and the date, but you can't edit the theme, you can't edit the music as you can on HTC One. So you're not getting the full Zoe, like it's not in the camera. So when you activate the camera, as I'll do here, when you activate the camera, you don't have the HTC Zoe button there as you would on the HTC One X, which is a bit of a disappointment. But then again, this isn't their flagship phone anymore, so why would they update, put that feature in this update when it's not the latest phone. It makes sense because they want people to go to HTC One upgrade to get that feature, and this kind of is a little teaser. They're giving it to you, but they haven't given it to you, so you could be tempted to upgrade to the HTC One. But I think it's a great feature, to be honest. You know, really does give you some great moments. Look back quickly at photos and albums. Great little video there. Now, taking a look at the camera, they have made changes as well in the update. You still got your flash button, so if you want to put on the light for the camera, it's there. Auto rotation is gone, so not auto rotation. Camera switching button has gone, so if you want to switch to the front facing camera or the back facing camera, there needs to be a button here. Before, on the update now, it's gone. So how you get that is basically by pressing the settings button, and it's there at the top. So there's one more step to go to get to the front facing camera if you want to switch, but you know, it's a shame they got rid of that. You still got all your effects you can add. They've added a little new logo to that all here, slightly more I think than before. I'm not quite sure if there's more effects on the camera, but as you can see, it's got a minimalistic look to it. As before, we used to have quite a few icons on the left hand side of the camera, so it's a good improvement there on the camera. Other features that they've improved and is removing some applications that you may or may not want to use. There needs to be an application called HTC Mirror. Basically, that was an application that would give you quick access to a front-facing camera if you want to check your face, you know, basically a mirror on your phone using the front-facing camera, which kind of was an unnecessary app, because if you wanted to do that, you could just hit the camera button and switch to the front-facing camera quite easily. But they've got rid of that, which is great, because you know how many people probably use that application. I don't know, I certainly didn't. I'm sure pretty most of you didn't, because if you wanted to, you could just hit the camera button. But they've kind of contradicted themselves as well. They got rid of that app, but then they've got rid of the quick feature to switching in the camera mode. In the camera, you have to go to one more extra step to get to that feature, which is kind of weird. Would be nice if they just kept that button on the screen and give you that option and get rid of the app. Well, to get rid of the app and then have to go one more step to get the same feature in the camera is a bit puzzling for some people, I would say. But if you're not using that feature, then it doesn't really matter. They've probably got rid of a few apps as well, similar to that. I'm not quite sure. I think they may have got rid of the HTC Video app, where you could access the HTC stuff and the HTC store as well. I can't see it in the app drawer anywhere, so I'm guessing they did get rid of that application as well, which is great. You know, if they're getting rid of applications that people ain't using on the phone, it's only just bloatware. Free up some memory so people can use it. As you can see there, the app drawer has changed as well. So no more is it side to side scrolling, it's all up and down scrolling. You got your clock there at the top, and if you pull down slightly, you can choose whether you want it alphabetical, most recent app showing, or custom. You can search applications, so instead of going through it, you can just type in the letters and it will show you, if I can spell properly, applications that match the letters, and you can just quickly go there, which is pretty good. And not only do they have the search feature, you can go straight to the Play Store if you want to. You can also change how this looks. As you can see, I've got a 4x4 grid on my screen at the moment. When you update, that's not what you get. You actually get a different size. You get 3x4. You get that. So if you want to change that, all you have to do is pull down settings, grid size, and go to 4x5. Sorry, just go to 4x5, and then you get the more normal looking more applications on the notifications panel. Another thing that's changed is multitasking. The multitasking screen Solashade has changed. I actually prefer this new multitasking application. If you hit the multitasking button, you can see you have like a grid of about 9 different windows that show you your apps open all at once. It's better than having the angled one app showing 2 on either side and swiping up to get rid of them all. Now you can just swipe up on each app that you want, and it's pretty good and it's pretty cool as well. I think it's a lot better than the previous one. The other one was a lot buggier. This multitasking screen seems to be a lot better. You still may have problems when you go into applications where they refresh and you're not quite left on the page that you were before, but I found that with more apps it's actually working more properly than what you would expect anyway. So that's a great addition to the HTC One X, is the improvement in the multitasking screen. Now I can remember all the updates. There are a hell of a lot of updates that have happened to this HTC One X, and I've had a few days, probably about a week or 2 weeks probably. I've had 2 weeks with this phone and I'm finding new little things here and there, and I think it's a great thing to liven up your phone. One thing I did notice, I don't know if it's applicable to all HTC One X's or if it was just my phone, there was a little glitch with it or something. I used to get an error before where my back screen used to go and disappear, turn to black. I used to use a few widgets, couldn't access the notification bar after accessing some apps in the multi-screen. With this update, that feature, though that problem, sorry, is not a feature, that issue has gone. So if you had that issue, you're gonna, you know, lose it with this update, which is great. But I came across another update, which was every time I would restart my phone or turn it on and off, some apps disappeared from my home screens. Now this was quite annoying but also quite puzzling, and I would have to re-put them on there just so I can quickly access them, only for them to go away once I had turned my phone off and turned it on again, which was quite annoying, and couldn't figure out what it was. I figured out that the apps that were disappearing weren't on the phone storage. So if you have that problem after the update, I'm not saying you will, this might just be applicable to this particular phone, but if you do have that problem, all you need to do is go to settings, you need to go to apps, manage your applications, you need to click on the apps that you're seeing that are disappearing from your home screens, and you need to move it back to the phone storage. So once you do, as I just show you, you go to settings and you need to go to apps, and you need to click on whatever app it is, scroll down, and you see this button here that says move. Just zoom in there, see that button there that says move, it will be highlighted so you can press it. You press that and move it back to the phone storage, that way you will have that issue. For some reason, if it's on the internal storage or phone storage, it seems to make a difference. So you need to just hit that button and those apps won't disappear anymore. And that was a little advice for any bugs you may encounter. Now hopefully I've covered everything that I can remember that's happened in the HTC One X. In fact, I've got a screenshot that you should be seeing on your screens right about now, and that shows you exactly the message you get for the update, but also what the update has. So the update brings, of course, HTC Sence 4.2.2, you get Sence 5, you get HTC BlinkFeed, which of course is available under settings. If you want to see how you can do that, click on the video and the link below. It's got a new lock screen style, power show battery level, add sleep mode options, and power setting notifications, quick settings panel, you got gallery camera features added, video highlights, which is that Zoe feature which creates 30 seconds videos in 12 different themes using Zoe, but you don't have the full Zoe feature. You got music updates with the visualization with live lyrics, and that's about it in terms of the total update that you get with this phone. So that is the HTC One X with the official Android 4.2.2 and Sence 5.0 update. If you want to know how to get the update, it's down in the description below. All you have to do, of course, go to settings, about phone, and check now for software updates, and you should be getting this phone. This, of course, is a UK unbranded SIM-free phone, and of course this is only for the unbranded phone. So remember, if you've got a network phone, you might not be getting this update now, you might be getting it later. It all depends. It's kind of murky business, and basically it's up to the individual networks to decide if they're going to do the update and when they're going to do the update. And if you're in a different region with an unbranded phone, you may getting the update at a different time. Of course, it depends on your region. The best people to contact will be HTC on that. For now, that's all. Of course, if you want to see how to get BlinkFeed, click on the video below, and of course hit that subscribe button. We've got tons more videos here on RME TV, and also hit the like button. It really does help, guys, here on RME Online, on RME TV. It's goodbye, and we'll see you next time.